Hey everybody, we're back. We're back at the statue of King Vendrick's third cousins, brothers, next door neighbors, little sisters, cousin Bobby's florist. She's very important to the Dark Souls lore, I promise. I don't know what time is it. This is like 12 a.m. 12 a.m. on I guess what would be July 25th. It's a work night for me. I'm kind of a little ragged out right now, if you can't tell. But you know what the hell? Let's go ahead and play some Dark Souls, right? This would be the perfect time for it. That's the wrong way. That goes to Aldea's Keep. We don't need to go to Aldea's Keep. Just a quick brush up on what I've done since the last video, which is actually going to be uploaded tonight. Essentially, I have done some more co-op stuff. Not a ton. I'm trying to get to 30 sunlight medals. I'm not having much luck. It's hard getting summons. I guess I'm just overpowered for everything, so that's kind of part of why I want to push in. I managed to abuse the Rotten a few times since I knew people would be going to the DLC area, so I've done a lot of that stuff. A lot of co-op stuff there. Another stock, that's nice. What in the world is this? Message, item ahead. Yeah, I guess so. But I've done some co-op, got some more sunlight medals. I've still got a ways to go on that. I think I'm up to like 16 medals now. But not done yet. This guy is only a one-shot deal. Once you kill him this time, he's dead, so he ain't coming back. I don't think there's really much to report on the item-wise. I did manage to get enough stats that now I'm using a large club and this at the same time. See, boom shakalaka, and I've not lost my good roll. I think I've upgraded my chest and maybe my gloves to +9, and the large club is also +9, so it hits like a freaking ton. And it's going to be very useful coming up in Draengleic Castle. We may or may not get to that tonight. I now have all 4 Lord Souls, so the castle opens on up for me. I suspect this will be another DLC portal area as well at some point, considering it's the exact same design as that one down there where we fought the Rotten. Now here's these interesting little tiles. I'm sure there's some lore implications going on here, like this is clearly talking about the Age of Dragons here on the left. Well, with all the dragons in it, I guess. And here it looks like fire keepers, I would surmise, based on that tablet. But we can't really tell what's going on anyway. I don't want to think about it too much because we need to pursue the level. It is 12 a.m. and I am pretty ragged out, so this is of course the best time to try to push my way to Draengleic Castle, which can actually get pretty dangerous at one point. First, we're going to go this way because it's not the right way, so obviously I want to go this way. Oh, there's just a little loot here. What is it? I don't even remember. There was Spell Repair and the Soul of Lost Undead. Think carefully, in short, pointless. Not really. The repair spell's kind of handy. I'm going to try to work my way to get one spell just so I can cast a great magic weapon and really be a serious pimp. We'll get there when we get there. Divine Blessing, always handy. It's another one of these Heidi Knight dudes. I'm just going to say hello to him. Oh wow, he survived that. Tough guy. He didn't survive that though. And I get the Heidi Lance. I wonder how that guy got up there. I don't really care. So yeah, I made pretty short work of him at this point. Human effigy, always handy. And this is the path leading into Draengleic Castle. Draengleic Castle is a little depressing. This could be a spoiler warning. The weather's kind of pooty. I mean, just a minute ago it was just, you know, cloudy, but it was daytime. Now it's all raining. I'm not sure how this audio is going to come out. I had to change some configuration in the layout with my computer recently. But we'll see. shit, he's still alive? Can't believe it took 3 swings to kill those guys. But, it's just having some weird effects. I'm getting some feedback static on my speakers sometimes now as a result. They're not really great speakers. They're not properly shielded or anything like that. So, yeah. So here we are at Draengleic Castle. I actually have this as my background image right now, except mine's nowhere near cool looking as this one is. Or this is nowhere near cool looking as that one is. I think that will make a good screenshot though for this part of the... Oh shit. How did I... Ah, God, you can tell I'm tired. I didn't even notice that guy was there until he was already scullering away. What an idiot. Okay, so it's, what's-her-face?
This castle is isolated. But nonetheless, you must forge on. To bring an end to your journey and mine.
I feel like the audio's a little too low. She's got absolutely nothing to say. Thank you for that useful contribution. So this can get a little dicey here. There's a few guys up here who don't really want to play nice. Come on, boys, let's say hello. Ow. Here we go, now we're talking. Hey, would you stop shooting me in the back, you son of a bitch? Go ahead and use another Estus. There's no point in being too conservative. There's actually a place where you can heal up pretty early on. These guys are not dicking around. They do serious damage. Oh, I just killed one of them. That's good. Good work. Thank you. Ugh, man, that lock-on is weird. Oh, he dropped an item too? Man, Mastodon Gauntlets. Nice. Some good little loots there. Old Mundane Stone. Not too impressive, but those can be handy depending on your build. They basically make everything do craptastic damage, but the scaling is a little weird. I can't explain it. Shoot, please. Yeah, not gonna need 3 hits with those. Why did you freak out and swing so wide? Oh wow, that landed a hit on me. Down you go too. So that wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's going to stagger them. This thing hits you, you're going to get staggered, let's be honest. Let's just check out the area. Looks pretty good. My first time playing through this on PS3, I actually died there. I let the bowman things and the other stuff get to me a little bit. There should be, I think, another guy over here, perhaps. Oh wow, they tried to sneak up on me. What are you doing, man? Why is he swinging so weird? I knew there'd be more guys. Great combustion, fire seed, good stuff. Is it? Sure could have fooled me, man. So they should both be open now. Why isn't this guy opening his door? Why didn't he open his door? Oh, I gotta kill him near this guy over here, I guess. I don't know. should get it. Yeah, that got it. You kill enemies near that, their soul goes into the golem. The golem turns the thingy-dingy, and then I can go inside. That's why they kept respawning, because that wasn't getting done. Put your back into it, man. At this point, the door should unlock. Excellent. Yeah, I died my first time doing that. I don't know, I tried to fight those elephant dudes in a weird way. It just didn't work out too well. But now it's time to move in. I don't think they'll follow you inside here. I think once you're inside the castle proper, you're good to go. Hurrah for Ghost, but bloody expensive. I guess so. So this is Counselor Wallager.
And by whose permission do you stand before me?
I'll stand here by my own damn permission, matter of fact.
Is your trespass intentional?
Yep. Sure is.
His Highness. Where has he gone?
Well, I could tell you, but that would be a spoiler.
You are a guest of our castle. I am the Chancellor, Velager. Do you seek an audience with my lord, King Vendrick? Unfortunately, His Highness is absent. My lord, the King, has... The Queen has taken him.
Now, this guy has a lot of interesting things to say. He's kind of important as a lore-wise character because he's obviously the ghost of the Chancellor of Lordran. So he's got a lot of interesting story implications and things to say. I don't necessarily think everything he says is true, not because he's necessarily lying to you, but because he may not know the whole truth himself.
My lord, even...
I'm not going to sit through all this stuff.
The King, longer, she, the King.
But he's a guy who, if you're playing this game for real, you want to you want to give a listen to what he has to say.
Whose permission?
Okay. So up here's the throne room. I believe in New Game Plus there is something to this. In just New Game, it's just an empty throne room. In New Game Plus, there's apparently a pretty brutal set of mobs in here. Interesting, again, implications. I believe this is supposed to be the Queen's chair, and this is supposed to be the King's chair. Just the different designs and the way things look. It's just kind of interesting. Her chair looks like something out of an Orlando almost, in my opinion, but it looks a little messed up. His looks a little newer. I don't know, you can think about it, but it's just interesting that they're made out of two different types of wood. Different design. That's not really how I would do it. Listen carefully. Leg and then think carefully. I don't have to worry about it because whatever's in there isn't in there for me. But I wonder if he changes his tune now that I've been in the throne room.
Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
Yep, there we go. This one's me. So he sells some stuff. Flamberge for a small fortune. Lucerne hammer. Bracing knuckle ring. I think I already have the pootier version of that. Lots of arrows. He sells some really good arrows. Magic arrows and lightning arrows. Old Radiant Life gems. All the stuff he sells is useful. He has infinite repair powder. He just sells a lot of good stuff.
My lord made magnificent findings on souls.
Yeah, he sure did.
For the ages. He vanquished 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls.
Sure.
Our king has watched over this land since ages
So now,
long ago.
This is one thing where I'm going to briefly go off topic here to make an argument for a theory I have. My theory is that From Software doesn't really care too much about your status as a player, per se.
Be
What I
safe
mean
on
to
your
say is I don't
travels.
think they care about considering whether or not, how to put it, whether or not there's consistency in the story, if that makes any sense. So, for example, they don't really care if you played a female or a male character in the first game. I don't think they are concerned. So, in my opinion, I mean, listening to Willager, I just let that one little bit slip through there. And thinking about different aspects of the game, to me it seems like it's quite possible that I just screwed that up. I was going for the backstab and I was way too slow. It's quite possible that he's implying Vendrick was the king from long ago, and that Vendrick, come on, do something, man. There we go. Come on, he survived it. Tough guy. And that Vendrick also, oh, nice, Signs Armor, great way to start. Took out four great souls and used them to found the kingdom, specifically this kingdom. So that implies Vendrick got the Lord Souls himself, which makes sense, right? I mean, that makes perfect sense. I don't want to screw this up. He didn't like that very much at all. I just two-shot this thing. This weapon is brutal, man. I'm not even kidding. This thing is nasty. But, pointless. Yeah, it is pointless to come in here, but I'm doing it anyway. Look carefully. There's nothing to look at carefully. I don't know why I just closed that door. It was purely accidental. Do you see anything in here? I sure don't. See anything breakable in the walls? No. It's because there's nothing in here. But it implies that Vendrick collected the 4 Lord Souls, that he defeated 4 great lords, and then he went on to become the king and found this kingdom, right? So let's think about that for a second. What did you do in Dark Souls 1? What was it you did exactly? Why you got some big bull and then you took out 4 really badass dudes, and then you took out the king and took over for him, right? Why does he keep doing that with this thing equipped? Stop it. In fact, part of the heavy implication was that you could have potentially pushed the world into darkness. One could say Draengleic here is definitely in darkness. And did I say Willager was the Chancellor of Lordran? My God, I am tired. But yeah, there is a bonfire head here. These stone statues look awfully suspect. These aren't, but let's just say the next ones we'll be seeing are. Cute. Down here's another king's door. This actually leads to basically the end game. Sort of, in a weird way. We're not really going to talk about that too much right now. But in my opinion, I think it's possible that Vendrick is essentially the main character from Dark Souls 1, and that in reality he's the one who collected the Black Bard. That must be a player with that crazy get up. That he essentially collected the 4 Lord Souls, and that, long story short, he founded Draengleic on the ruins or whatever. Lots of people will say that's bullshit. There's all this dev talk. Well, I don't think the devs are necessarily going to tell you the truth, so to speak. And there's plenty of reasons to assume they're not. Plenty of reasons to assume they are. Oh, I forgot this room's a little weird at first. God, I one-shot that guy. That was surprising. Okay, we don't have to deal with anything from that room. Wasn't able to one-shot that guy. But I still killed him easily. This room's going to have a little bit of something for me, though. Come on out. I know you're in there. Remember these people? Oh, wow, that didn't stagger. Oh, please, just do your swings. That's crazy. I expected that to be a stagger, but they didn't go for it. So yeah, you get to deal with those guys in these rooms. They're not really that nasty. At this point in the game, they're really not a big threat to you. Come on, I'm right here. Come after me. You do want to try to be careful not to proc too much of the crap in this room at one time. As you can see, I'm doing a crap ton of damage to them. So it's not like I have to be too worried. These guys are really susceptible to bludgeoning. And this is about as nasty as a bludgeoning weapon gets. And again, I have this at +9. This thing is devastating as holy hell. Wow, I opened two of them at the same time. That wasn't intended. Come on out. You want to be very, as I said, very, very careful with this area. You don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too greedy. I'm really surprised these guys aren't getting staggered. Let's go ahead and go over here. Oh, crap. Come on over by yourself, man. That was weird, but it worked, so I don't care. Let's just recover for a bit. One advantage you do have is if you really need to, you can retreat down this hall and they won't follow you. I'm surprised I had to do that. I really didn't. Come on, man, fight me. What are you doing? The hell you say? That's so stupid. Fine, we'll deal with this one. Oh, you don't want to play that way, huh? Fine, let's go back down the hall. God, you guys are such jackasses. that thing's running out of Dura. Craptastic. This thing's still okay for it. It's just not as good as I would like it to be. Red Rover, come on over. What are you doing? I'm not going to fight you in there. I know what's going down in that room, so I'm not going to fight you in there. Come on in. Stop being ridiculous. I don't have a problem with just nickel and diming you, so get on out here. I'm not going to push this level. What I'm doing right now is I'm specifically covering this area for a reason. See, it's not super duper awesome at it, but it's still effective. That's this way. These guys are this way. Let's get them over here. What the heck? I want to get this lit, so we're going to drag this. If you kill these near the statues, it will light the torches. So that's really what I'm going for here. That guy just won't stop spamming. And of course I didn't get the second torch. What a load of crap. Alright, well, time to cover this area. I'm going to go ahead and swing away. It's not a mimic, but is it a trap? Who knows? It's not a trap either. Royal Soldier's Ring +1. That is essentially the equip weight ring. You want to go in that room across the way last. Who in the world would put their summon sign right here? Also not a mimic. Slow down there. Mastodon Greatsword ×1. I already have one of those too, and I got it to +9. I'm disappointed because it turned out not to be as good as I remember. It was actually the weapon I beat the PS3 version with, was a Mastodon Greatsword. Pharaoh's Lockstone, always nice. Turns out the Mastodon Greatsword is not as good as this sword, much less the large club. It's just the large club is obviously a little weird handling. Nothing in here. And over here is the way you go through. This is where you go to continue the level. This area over here. I don't think this is a trap. We'll know here in a second. Nope. Dark arrow. Yeah, you continue the level through here. Pretty straightforward stuff, really. I'm not going to continue the level right now. I will let you be aware you need to be a little cautious of curses in this level. Not quite as bad as it could be, but you want to be prepared to maybe have to deal with it. Solo Hero, Old Radiant Life Gem, and Monastery Charm. Good loot. Yeah, you go up there and you continue through there. That's where we're going to go in the next video. I'm going to cut this video here for now. Well, not quite yet. We're going to do one more thing. Might as well pop up another Estus just to be safe. I really wanted to get both those torches lit, but yeah, you got to kill the stone soldiers nearby these guys to get these torches lit. At least I got one of them to light up. That second stone soldier was just going psychotic on me. Over here is the last room, and man, don't these tiles look a little weird? Oh, whoops. Yeah, they sure do. This is a pretty cool set, because people who remember the original promotional materials will remember this armor, the Faram armor. This is that cool armor that the guy on the box art wears, except it doesn't look anywhere near as cool in-game. Let me show you real quick, like it's fuchsia or aqua or whatever color that is. It just doesn't look that cool, if you ask me. I mean, it's theoretically a cool looking armor. I really just don't like it. I think it looks crappy with that aqua whatever. If the steel were a little darker and it wasn't aqua. Aqua, it would be better. Bonfire head, yep. And down here's also a bonfire. Seems like weird placement, but there's a reason for that. Because right over here is the second encounter with Dark Diver Grandal.
Young undead, don't let this curse weigh upon you. We meet a second time.
Yep, we sure do.
Perhaps you will yet traverse the dark. Young undead, if you truly seek the dark, then we will surely meet again. May we meet again.
Yeah, the other place he's at is Hurrah for Dark. I will give that a rate. That's cute. He is at the other place he's at is beyond. I said there was 2 giants behind that door, but I can't kill them yet because of etc. etc. Yeah, he's basically back there. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show off. We killed a bunch of ruined sentinels, made it look easy. Kind of botched it a little bit, but no big deal. But down here is Dark Diver Grandal number 2. That's why the bonfire's here, so you can just immediately teleport back up. I'm just going to teleport to Majula and call it a night. Hopefully this didn't run too long and I didn't ramble too much. But yeah, I mean, that's my operative theory for the origin of, I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. That's my theory, though, is that Vendrick was the main character from Dark Souls 1. Lots of people hate it, say I'm stupid. I don't care about you people. You're all dumb. But I think there's a reasonable reason to argue it. People will say, well, it was from so long ago. Well, Lager makes it pretty clear that Vendrick's been around a really long time. He's not exactly a spring chicken. So there's that, too. I think that's... What sword is that? Is that the pale... I think it's the pale moon sword. It doesn't matter. I'll never use it. Yeah, I think there's an argument for that. And I think there's some consideration to be had there that might tie these games a little more directly together, even if the developers denied vehemently. And it's just a theory. I mean, everything in Dark Souls is just a theory. In reality, you can actually prove almost nothing, no matter how much BS circumstantial evidence people may have. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rotten Black Gulch playthrough a little more than that stinky gutter playthrough. And we just cleared basically the first little part of Draengleic Castle. In the next part, I'm going to proceed on, and I probably won't get it all. I'll fight my way to at least the first bonfire. I'm going to cut Draengleic Castle into 3 quick videos as opposed to 3 ungodly, or no, 1 ungodly long one. But have fun out there. Check out that Destiny beta if you haven't already. And also, just 1 quick props I will give. If you are a fan of classical computer role-playing games, first pull yourself away from Divinity Original Sin for a hot minute. And maybe go check out IGN and Giant Bomb for the Project Eternity, or I shouldn't say Project Eternity, but Pillars of Eternity from Obsidian videos they posted. That's a game that I heavily backed on Kickstarter, and I think it's going to be a really awesome game. It's basically a spiritual successor to the Infinity Engine or Baldur's Gate games. It's going to come out sometime winter this year, with a beta coming out on the 18th of next month that I'll be participating in. But I think it's just an awesome game. If you're into classical strategic RPGs, computer-based RPGs, it's definitely going to be something up your alley. Much like the pretty big hit on Steam right now, Divinity Original Sin. But I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to call it here. Have a great night, people, and see you later.